experiencing it right now.
Well, what do you mean?
Right now.
What do you mean?
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for gravity,
Okay, explain.
supposedly.
All right, so explain. We're headed down the path, so go ahead.
Well, my feet couldn't stay firmly planted on this
Sure.
molecular field that I'm floating around on.
Right. So
I'm giving the illusion of it being sturdy. It's not really.
not really. So what you're saying is that the Earth, this thing of great mass, is holding us to it. We're attracted to these larger bodies, right? Okay. Everything in this universe, as you and I know, has an opposite. So,
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
all right. So there's an interesting dynamic at play here that I want to share. We, as human beings, are attracted to our Earth, but to increase our attraction to creation, we need to increase our gravity to it. Because two objects of high mass are going to be pulled together. All right?
Yeah. No. I understand that.
So as we're expanding out in the material sense, when we're evolving in our consciousness,
Right.
we're increasing our gravity that also attracts us back to the spiritual center, the cosmic center of our universe. Are you seeing what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
It is the exact counterpart of what is occurring through the law of opposites. So in order for you to continue to accelerate the pace of your evolution back towards creation, you need to increase your spiritual density. You need to get the gravity, the spiritual gravity, you got to increase that attraction. And the only way you can do that is as you're progressing outwards further and further away from the cosmic center physically, through your consciousness and your spirit now, you need to connect back to that center, back to creation, back to that area of source. You need to increase that gravity, and that happens through the choices you are making as you are moving away from it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
See, these counterparts are required, right? As above, so below. Well, that goes for absolutely everything.
Like sun, moon. It's the same scenario.
Yeah, it's all of those things. And it's
Root,
seen and the unseen.
Branches. Yeah.
Right. So if you think about the rules of the physical world, which can be seen, take the inverse of it, and then you have all those things will then apply to the world of the spirit. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So it's funny that as you're always moving physically further away from creation center, creation is still always attracting you back.
Do you feel like this is interesting? Because Steiner talked about this with the zodiac signs. And I don't want to get like too off topic, but there was like a celestial arrangement and a representation of spiritual hierarchies and forces that influence Earth and humanity, and they use the sun and the light. And that these constellations are gateways from which cosmic influences and spiritual beings flow into our world.